Imagine you've just received a letter that could change the course of your life. Picture this. You've lived in the United States for over 2 decades, followed all the rules, and become a U.S. citizen. You've built a family, paid your taxes, and embraced America as your home. Suddenly, one ordinary day, a letter arrives. It's from the Department of Justice stating that your citizenship is under review, all because of a mistake from your past. A criminal offense, perhaps a misdemeanor, something you thought was long behind you. Shockwaves ripple through you. Fear gnaws at your heart. The life you've meticulously built is now teetering on the edge of uncertainty. You're left to wonder, can the place I call home revoke my right to belong? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? But this isn't a hypothetical scenario for some. It's real. In 2020, a new division was quietly launched by the Department of Justice, the Denaturalization Section. This division was created with a very specific mission in mind: to investigate and strip U.S. citizenship from individuals who had already been naturalized, particularly those with certain criminal records or immigration violations in their past. Now, you might be wondering, is this legal? Yes, it is. While it may seem jarring, the practice of denaturalization is not new. It's been part of U.S. law for a very long time. However, historically, it was only used in extreme cases. For instance, when it was discovered that former Nazis had been granted U.S. citizenship under false pretenses, denaturalization was the legal tool used to rectify the situation. The denaturalization section, however, marked a significant shift in the application of this law. It was no longer reserved for the most severe of cases. Instead, it expanded its scope to include individuals who had made mistakes in their past, mistakes they thought they had moved beyond. It could be a minor criminal offense or an immigration violation, but these were now grounds for denaturalization. This shift, however subtle it may seem, had profound implications. It meant that thousands of naturalized U.S. citizens who had built lives, families, and careers in America were suddenly under scrutiny. Their pasts were being combed through, their mistakes magnified, all with the aim of potentially stripping them of their American identity. What's more, the process of denaturalization is a complex and lengthy one, often taking years to resolve. During this time, the individuals under investigation live in a state of uncertainty, fearing that they may lose the life they've built in America. But under the Trump administration, the DOJ began reviewing thousands of cases looking for reasons to revoke American citizenship. This move sparked a heated debate about the nature of American citizenship and who truly has the right to call America home. It's a debate that continues to this day, and one that has far-reaching implications for the future of immigration in the United States. One of the most well-known cases is of the Garcia family, who immigrated to the U.S. over 2 decades ago. The Garcias, like many, came to America in search of better opportunities, a safer life, and the dream of becoming U.S. citizens. And they achieved it. They built a life here, raised their children, worked hard, paid taxes, and called America home. However, their peaceful life was disrupted when they received a letter from the Department of Justice. The letter stated that their citizenship was under review due to a minor criminal issue from years ago. A mistake, a blip, something they thought was long behind them. Suddenly, the Garcias found themselves in the midst of a legal battle, struggling to prove their worthiness to remain U.S. citizens. The impact was immediate and devastating. The security and permanence they thought they had earned were suddenly in jeopardy. Overnight, they went from Americans to being at risk of deportation. Opening. This policy has sparked a heated debate. In one corner, we have critics who argue that this policy could lead to a form of second-class citizenship. They worry that such a precedent creates an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty for naturalized citizens. Imagine building a life, raising a family, paying taxes, only to have the specter of denaturalization looming over your head. They fear it fosters an environment where citizenship feels less like a permanent status and more like a privilege, one that can be revoked at the government's whim based on past mistakes or missteps. On the other side of the ring, supporters of the policy see it as a matter of national security. They argue that the United States, like any sovereign nation, has the right to protect its citizenship from potential threats or fraud. They believe that if a person has committed a crime or violated immigration laws, the government should have the power to review and possibly revoke their citizenship status. In the midst of this debate, a cloud of fear and uncertainty still hangs over thousands of naturalized Americans. They are left questioning the solidity of their status and wondering if a past mistake could potentially upend their future. The fear of denaturalization isn't just about losing citizenship. It's about losing a life carefully built over years, even decades. And then there's the question of who gets to decide what constitutes a threat or violation worthy of denaturalization. Is it a bureaucratic decision made behind closed doors, or is there a transparent process in place that respects the rights of the individual? This debate is about more than just policy. It's about the very essence of what it means to be an American. It's a question of whether American citizenship is a promise, a pledge that once given cannot be taken away, or is it a privilege, subject to revocation based on the government's interpretation of laws and past actions? Closing. It's not just a legal question, it's a moral one. Is American citizenship a promise or a privilege that can be revoked? This debate is far from over. It's not simply a matter of law, but a profound moral question. Is American citizenship a promise, a lifelong pledge, or is it a privilege that can be taken away? This is more than just a passing thought. It's a conversation that we, as a society, need to have. And you, dear viewer, are an essential part of this conversation. Your voice, your perspective, your insights matter. So I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What's your take on this issue? Do you see American citizenship as a promise or a privilege? Remember, staying informed about U.S. politics and immigration news is not just about knowing the facts. It's about understanding the implications of these facts on our lives, our families, our communities. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into U.S. politics and immigration news. Thanks for watching, and stay informed.